One of the most dangerous things we can do in our career is be perceived as a commodity. And I know that's not our choice, but it's what many people fall into. What we're about to share today is on how to become an anti-commodity, how to break the limits, break perception so that you are perceived as very unique in your career. And this elevates all aspects of your life. It's the idea that I'm about to share that shattered my corporate ceiling, that helped me graduate that life and build entrepreneurial freedom that I have today. And it's the same thing that's helped over 138 of my clients so far reinvent their careers and lives. Let's dive in. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. I'm Matt Doan. On this show, we explore strategies to help family-focused professionals smartly graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Our goal? Maximize freedom, income, and impact. See MatthewDoan.com for more. Now, let's dive in. You feel it, don't you? That nagging voice inside that says you're meant for more. Sure, you've done everything right. School, career, promotions, default versions of success, but something's missing. You're trapped in the crowd today. You're finding yourself just another face in the sea of sameness. I know you don't want to admit that, but be honest. Is that where you are right now? Now, here's the truth. You, me, everyone out there are inherently unique. So why would you choose to be ordinary? When the world sees you as a commodity, it treats you like one, including all the rewards that come with being a commodity. Your income starts to hit a ceiling. Your impact stays limited. Your personal life takes a huge hit, your family time, and your freedom, it's not there. You find yourself just locked in this cage of conformity. It's not your fault, though. You just took the lessons that others handed to you. You've been playing it safe, but you didn't even realize that. But now you know better. You know you're at a point where you need a self-reinvention. But this is not about crafting a personal brand or finding the right niche or carving your own path to make sure that you're different from everybody else. It's about something deeper. It's about creating a future that doesn't exist yet, one that needs to exist for your sake and the sake of many others that you're meant to serve in this world. Believe it or not, I love the life and business advice from Martha Stewart. She said this: "What doesn't exist? What needs to exist? How can I fill that void?" That's exactly why I'm talking about our main idea today, which means becoming a category of one. You see, when you truly understand your category, which is your unique contribution to the world, everything shifts. The proof is in the results too. For example, with our clients that we work with in Uncaged Life Design, those folks, when they start to build their own category and understand their uniqueness and step into it, they're the ones who often get promoted before they even leave corporate, which is what they ultimately want. Now, why is that? It's because their understanding of their personal category helps them show up differently with intentionality and purpose, knowing that what makes them special helps them shine and creates the life that they want. And they communicate their value with crystal clarity. They don't just show up at a role and say, "Hey, what do you got? I'll play whatever role. I'll play just like everybody else out here." No, they make strong business cases to say, "Here's what I'm amazing at. Here's what I can do to create value in this organization. Here's what makes me special." And they stand by that. They market that. They sell that. And you know what? They stand out. They rise to the top. They're the ones who get promoted, even when they don't want it. Funny how that works, right? Now, this even becomes more crucial as you advance, go further up the ladder if you're staying in a corporate institution. Because as a senior professional, where you're commanding a high salary, being seen as a commodity makes you super vulnerable. If you're earning a lot of money and you look like everybody else, you're seen as expendable. And at this point too, you might be facing ageism, so it hits harder. So finding another opportunity over there to another company is even harder because you're seen as a commodity. You're not special in the eyes of those that can give you opportunities. So that brings us back to the core idea, creating and living in your own category. Here, you are one of one. You feel it, you embody it, people perceive you as this, and in their minds, and even in your own, you become irreplaceable. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. When you start to understand the category that you are making a difference in this world, you're making a new future come to life, right? It creates sort of a trifecta win for you. First, if you have a day job right now, when you understand your category and your specialty and how you embody that, it elevates your current corporate role, bringing you more respect, influence, and hell yes, more compensation. Hey, are you ready to finally graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom? Check out corporategraduation.com for my insider guide on smartly ramping down corporate and building a unique online business, all while creating a thriving family life. It's a short training video that could forever change how you experience work and life. Head to corporategraduation.com or see the link in the show notes. Now, back to the show. Secondly, it transforms your energy and your presence at home, which is frankly where a lot of us need to do the work, right? You show up differently when you are clear about who you are and the impact you're meant to make. You're not just plugging along in a job providing, but you actually feel like you have purpose and you understand your value and what you're building towards long term. That helps you show up way better at home with better energy. You're happier. Everyone in your household benefits. And then thirdly, when you think about a long-term entrepreneurial future, the foundations of a business of your own, having your own category is critical because it lays the foundation for a unique and valuable online business, one that stands out in a very crowded market because it's genuinely different. You do not want to have a commodity business. You need to be anti-commodity in everything in your professional life, especially when you are creating a business. You want to be perceived as unique because most of business is a game of perception, of marketing, earning the right to work with people, to make offers, to make money, all of this, right? Now, just to use myself as an example, I've gone through a lot in designing my own category. There's this whole discipline of category design. I learned it from a group called the Category Pirates. It's been really life-changing for me. But when I think about what I've learned about my own uniqueness and creating my own category of one, what I do, in my mind at least, is I help high-achieving senior professionals graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Graduate, not escape, not leap, but a smart, methodical transition, a graduation from corporate life because they're ready to move on and level up. There's a lot that goes into that. It's a complete A to Z transformation. So when I speak about my category, I think about corporate graduation because graduation has a special meaning, something that we can all understand, those that have been through higher education, right? And underneath that, of course, there's this range of unique details and strategies on exactly how we help people graduate. But the messaging itself, the category exists in corporate graduation. It's speaking to a group of people, maybe like yourselves, who have real responsibilities, mortgages, families, huge financial aspects they need to consider. And they can't risk sudden moves and just become sort of a digital nomad. Like, that's not for you. You need a smart graduation. And when I talk about this relentlessly, day after day, the category starts coming more and more to life. More people see it. I'm talking about a future that needs to exist where more and more people are graduating corporate life and building entrepreneurial freedom through a business that is unique to them and they love running. Or beyond me, you could take my client, Sarah. For years, she could have just stayed on the path of being another tech consultant, right? Instead, what she's chosen as her category is to help moms in the technology sector use AI and other tools to optimize their uniquely complex lives. Mothers have a lot going on, especially those that are working in corporate worlds. There's a lot of stress and pressure, and to ease their lives to make it more streamlined and simple is what she stands for, the future that she's creating, that she relentlessly talks about. And it not only helps the people she's hoping to serve, it helps herself. Everyone wins as a byproduct of committing to a category of one. I hope you understand that. The magic of creating your own category of one is that it ignites this fire inside of you. It also starts to magnetize the right people into your world, whether it's mentors, peers or people that you're aiming to serve as clients or customers. It also creates this value that no one else can replicate. When you understand that one of your greatest jobs is to find your category of one, to find your uniqueness and turn it into a future that others can step into, it's a sense of urgency and energy and purpose that I just can't describe. It lights you up. It makes everything make sense professionally and personally. But your category isn't something you just find, like you lift up a rock and it's there. It's something you cultivate, that you craft through a process like the one we do in Uncaged Life Design. That's a very holistic transformation in helping people graduate corporate life. And designing your category is like a cornerstone element. It's built from your unique experiences, your worldviews, your interests, your talents, your deepest desires. They're all like little puzzle pieces. And when you learn to put them together, something special comes to life. And you understand the future you're trying to create in this world for yourself and others. And you just turn that into the core of how you show up at your job, in the business that you're building, in your home life. It changes everything for you. Category design is a huge piece of your future. It's a process that you'll need to go through. It's a core thing of what we do in Uncaged Life Design. Your category of one unlocks three big elements: professional freedom, meaningful impact, and frankly, the ability to live life on your terms. Yes, you've heard that. Sounds a little cliche, but when you actually embody this and you own it, it really does make you feel like you have this autonomy, this control, that no matter what environment you're showing up in, it's a corporate job, a startup environment, building your own business, or just feeling more present and purposeful at home and more ready to go for your family. It really does do all of that. I stand by it. I see it with my clients all the time. It's how it worked for me. So realize that this path exists. The process works to uncover and build your category of one, but you need to decide for yourself. Will you keep settling for commodity status? Or will you choose to be anti-commodity? Will you choose to be irreplaceable? Now, we can get to the bottom of this and start things up. If you book a Dream Scan call with us, we can start this process over at corporategraduation.com. And I encourage you to start exploring that with us. We can see what might be possible for you, what sort of questions you have. Everyone I work with, category design is a core element because it's going to be huge for your professional and personal success. So check that out at corporategraduation.com. Realize this: you were born one of one. You need to stop choosing to be one of many. Stop letting yourself be perceived as a person stuck in the crowd. Yes, that may hurt to hear, but it's the key to your freedom, is positioning yourself so that others perceive you as uniquely valuable. Take that to your core. Are you letting yourself be a commodity in the minds of others? Because when you have contact with all of them, they're just going to reward you as a commodity, which kind of hurts. It limits your growth. It limits what's possible for you and your family. So this future of yours, it starts with one decision. Will you create your category of one? Yes or no? If you need help, please reach out. We'll talk soon. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. Check out matthewdoan.com to subscribe to the podcast and view our services and helpful resources. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, or just tell a friend. Talk soon.